last day's topic. So today we will start with softwares, softwares and what is structured and modular programming. Very simple topic. Only one question will be asked from this area. That is either it will be what is a software? What are the two categories of software? Okay. It's a very simple topic which you have already studied in school. What is a software? So software is a mean of communication between the computer and the user, right? Uh, the only program which makes the computer alive. So if you just buy a computer without operating system, you will not be able to do any function or any of the program in your system, right? Unless we have some, you will be getting one blue screen, that's all, with the other iOS, some inputs which you can't understand. Only one blue screen will be there and some key combination will be used in order to scroll down. So without your Windows operating system, you will not be able to do any program. Are you able to hear me? All are there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So without any operating system, you will not be able to communicate with the computer. So you people are always getting the operating system installed in your new laptop, so you don't know how it will be. So if in case in the beginning, when we were getting operating system itself, it was very difficult to purchase and all. So sometimes it will go crash, and so we will be installing by ourselves. So we know what will be. So even partition we have to do right from the beginning. When we buy new systems, it will be without any operating system. So with that condition, we will not be able to interact with the system. So I think most of the boys might have installed also, right? If some problem happens in your laptop, you will be again installing, right? So likewise, without any operating system, without the base software, we will not be able to install any of the application software on it. So the mean of communication between the computer and the user is established using a software. Got it? So computer understands only the programs. So we are making a program which will make the computer alive. It is a collection of programs or set of instructions that allow the computer to execute certain operations and tasks. So, with this commands, which is again a set of instructions, this will make or allow the computer to execute certain operations. So we have studied in the beginning what is a program and all. No? So all these programs are written using some of the software. So it is a collection of programs. So whatever we see in a system or a laptop, whatever operating system what we see with a good UI, when you click, this will happen. All these are written using set of instructions or set of programs. So when you click it to open like this and all, when you click on the start, it will come up with a menu, and when you double click, something happens. All these are a set of instructions which are written and executed, and it is made as an exe. So you people will not be seeing the code itself, right? So this without the software, we cannot interact with the computer. So software is what is a software? It is a mean of communication. It is a mean of communication between the computer and the user, between the system and the users. Any of the end users. There are different types of end users. Each user will be having a different perspective and with different softwares to be used. So when you people are learning programming and when you are doing C program, you will be always using Turbo C. Others, so when you are going for MS Office lab, you will be using another software, right? Depending upon, so when you are going for accounting lab, you will be using Tally software, depending upon the end user. Even when we are using in some supermarket and all for billing purpose, you will be using another software. Right? So depending upon the end user, the software which is used in the computer also differs. Software is that which can be stored electronically. Hardware we can see, but software is that which is stored electronically. So to touch and feel, we can have only hardware. Software is that which is stored electronically, or we cannot actually feel, or feel will be there, but we cannot touch and see, right? Software is that which is stored electronically as programs. Now we will see the types of software. You have studied in smaller classes. There are two types of software. One is system software, the other one is application software. One is system software, the other one is known as application software. So we are just showing as an core and outer layers. If we consider the hardware of a computer as a inner core, so we are just left out with a laptop without any software. That becomes the hardware, right? Only the hardware we are having. On top of that, we will be installing the system software. So when we install Windows operating system and other utility softwares which come along with that, it becomes a system software. After installing our operating system only, we'll be able to install the application software. So application software are those which are either used for programming or for specific application purposes, like our MS Word and BSc, all those which are used for programming as well as for doing some applications, so to do some specific tasks are coming under application software. So, these system softwares are not under our control. That are all developed by the software developers, and it is executed when we are installing it on top of the hardware. Different types of system softwares we will be learning in the next slide. So for the time being, we can just see there it is the most important system software is our operating system. So we have in third semester operating system as a syllabus topic itself. So in operating system, one the whole the syllabus, it is dealing with the different events or which are managed by the computer. So there are several scheduling of the tasks, allocating of computer resources, and monitoring of the events. All these are coming under operating system functionality. Many process management, many things are there which you will be learning in one semester. Understood? Like C programming, we will be studying about the about operating system. So what one example for this operating system? Tell me one example of operating system. Harsha, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm right here.
Different operating system, new operating systems,
Yes, Android, iOS, Windows, and Mac.
So these are the new operating systems. So those operating systems, now different versions of Android also is there. And even not only the Windows, what we see and install in our laptop, there are different versions of even Linux. We will have in our lab Ubuntu. Different flavors of Ubuntu Linux is there, right? So we have installed Fedora, I think Fedora in our system, in our lab. So in order to get the feel of both the softwares, we have installed in Windows as well as Ubuntu. So different, nowadays it is user friendly only. Before it was not that much user friendly. So there are different operating systems. Android is an operating system, right? So there are different operating systems which we will basically all the operating system should be having the capacity to manage the processes, allocate the computer resources, monitor the events, and such things, scheduling of such task. If you are having more than one processor running at a time, which process has to be done first. So that scheduling also comes under the roles of operating system. Language translators, I had already taken in the beginning. So language translators, as we were telling, computers will be understanding only machine level language or the binary code, and we will be understanding only the English language. So there is some high level language, right? So from high level language, it has to be converted into the low level or the machine level language. That translation is done using interpreters and compilers, right? And another system software which are coming under this operating system itself is utility programs. Utility program. So better than this managed data and all. Even our file management, under different drives, C drive, D drive. You know about C drive, D drive and all, right? Under the drives, you have folders. You can save files, so file management, and even if one such example for the utility software will be our task manager. If you take task manager, you will be able to see, I'll show you, you'll be able to see which all processes are running right now, right? So many other utility softwares are there. Where is our task manager? Many utility softwares are there which will be showing you the performance of the computer, right? What all things are happening now, the CPU, how much it is used, how much percentage it is used, memory, disk, Wi-Fi, GPU, and app history, startup, which are things will be started up when you are using your, when you switch on your, or when you boot your system, and how, which all things will be impacting. All these are some utility softwares, utility software which are coming. These are the processes which at present which is running in my laptop. So how it is been scheduled. All these are coming. This is an example for the utility software. Many such utility softwares are also there. So all these we never hardly use it, but these are all required for the optimized performance of for our operating system. So all these are coming along with our operating system. Many such softwares are there which can be categorized under utility. For disk cleanup, one utility software. So it will be asking which drive to be cleaned. So if I select C drive or D drive, whichever drives are there in your laptop, according to the partition, you can use the disk cleanup facility. And then fragmentation, nowadays it is doing automatically. Before operating system and all, we used to do fragmentation. So those terms we need not know, but I'm telling about some utility software programs which are coming along with our operating system. So these are the softwares which are there in our, or which are coming along with our operating system, and it is used for, we can just categorize along, or we can show it under the different categories of system software. We hardly use it, but it is being used internally for the management of resources and different processes, etc. But those software which we are commonly using, and which are installed on top of system software. Listen here, they are known as application softwares. Application software. So all those programming languages which are they have given all the low level languages and all, and also the fourth generation languages, all software tools, and even MS Office, all those softwares which we install on top of system software or the operating system are known as application software. So mainly we will use or interact only with our application software. So hardware also we cannot directly interact. So we will, on top of that, we will install system software. On top of system software only, we will be installing application software. So now we will come to the definition of two types of software. System software refers to that software. Both are softwares, right? Those software designed to provide a platform for other softwares. Which are other softwares? It can be our application software, any of the programming softwares which we install. So it will be acting like a platform on top of which we can install other softwares. System software is a type of computer program that is designed to run a computer's hardware and application programs. So both sides, if you want this computer hardware, you may be checking for the specification of the computer. When you are buying your laptop, how much is RAM and how much disk space is available, and to utilize this efficiency of the components which you have in your laptop, you should have a good system software installed. So on both sides, both to the hardware and also to the application program, it will be interacting. So it will be starting as a middleman. The system software, which is our most important software, system software is our operating system, right? So it will be acting like a middleman between our computer's hardware and also the application program or the application software. Understood? Here we saw that the system software is coming in between hardware, the computer hardware and the application software. So it will be acting, or it will be designed to run a computer's hardware as well as application program. So system software in a line, you can just tell, is a software designed to provide a platform for other softwares. Which are our other softwares? Other softwares may be our application softwares, programming softwares, what all we install on top of our operating system. The second category of softwares are known as application software. It refers to all those programming softwares or whatever the user install on top of our system. On top of our system software, which is our operating system. Applications are usually stored on the disk and loaded into the RAM memory when activated by the user. So most of them know when we start using, if I want to use MS Word, I'll be clicking and opening it, right? So that time we will be activating and using it. It is not always kept on, right? So unless we need, no, it will not be taken or it will not be activated. While system software, what is the specialty of system software? Even if I am not using that task manager and operating system, when it is kept on, there will be many processes which will be kept running, even if it is not waiting for the user to activate it. When we switch on, that is the only thing which we do. The operating system, when it is on, internally many things will be always kept on running, so that we will be getting a better user experience. Okay. So application softwares are actually inactive and will be stored on the disk. Whenever the user activate it, it will be used, or it will be seen on the screen. So application software refers to all those programming softwares, and we will see again with the examples and categories of these system software and application software. So merely as a definition, if you want to give, it refers to, so system software refers to the softwares designed to provide a platform for other softwares. So it can be other softwares are the application softwares, right? So application softwares refers to all those programming softwares which user will be using. So now again, I have given little more explanation in case they are asking for more marks. Application software. So this is not given in Balgurusamy so textbook, and so we can just refer internet and prepare the content. I took it from internet. So only 2 marks, or I never seen 4 or 5 marks. 2 or 3 questions maximum it used to be there. So the application software is a program or a group of programs designed for the end user. So I'll again tell what is an application software. So as we can see, application software is a program or a group of, I'm writing this or kept the slide for application software first. Okay. So application software is a program, or it can be a group of programs. You know, none of the software will be a single program. It will be a group of programs designed for the end user. Understood? It is not for the developer or anybody who is at the system level. It is given for the, or this is designed for a end user. Are you all listening? End user. There are different types of end users that we have a topic in DBMS database management. No, there we are studying, and you know already what are different types of end users. For example, I have kept 2 end users. One type of end user may be the computer programmers. When you are developing a program, you are one type of end user. So our aim will be to develop it. So we are using Turbo C is one small example. Visual programming you will be doing using VB, right? .NET. So with that, we'll be developing a software or those programming, any other like PHP or any web designing softwares, all those which who are using the programming languages to write some computer code is one type of end user. And the type of end users who will be merely using the computers for a specific purpose. Some of you may be switching on your audio like YouTube or some other video editing softwares or MS Word. We are not planning to develop any software with that. We are just using it for a specific purpose. We will be switching on and watching video, or we will be listening to music. That is only for that specific purpose. We are not developing any computer coding. So these type of users are another type of computer users. One set of users will be developing that they are computer programmers, while others are computer users. Those who are those softwares which are either used by the computer programmers or computer users are coming under application softwares. And some of those softwares, application softwares, I have listed down here. Word processor. I didn't specifically write MS Word, but word processor can be any of those word processing softwares. MS Office is one such software which is which will be used by almost all people. Spreadsheet is nothing but our Excel. Accounting applications, one example will be our Tally. Web browser, an email agent, a media player. Email agent, tell me an example of email agent.
Yahoo.
Yahoo, yeah, Gmail, Yahoo, web browsers.
Microsoft.
Yeah, good. Web browsers example.
My Bing, ma'am. Bing.
Bing and
Google Chrome.
Google Chrome, Edge, all these are coming. New one, no, Edge.
Mozilla Firefox.
Mozilla, all these are web browsers. So, and media players, different media players, right? A file viewer or simulators, console games, all will be knowing, right, boys? Games and all you will be knowing, a photo editor, all these are coming under application software. Very simple topic. And types of application software. Now we are going to see, I'm just gave 2 types of application software. In case they are asking for bigger marks, I took some points from internet, that's all. Application software again can be of general purpose and specialized software. So usually application software is for specific purpose only, but among that also we can have now in MS Word, what all we are studying, even for designing a form. Sabita ma'am was teaching in the last lab, right? So nowadays in MS Word itself, you have many functionality which we can use. Even recording I have shown you, right? So many things are there which we can do within MS software. So it is now a general purpose, and specialized softwares are those like, if you take a camera application, you will be just taking a photo with that. You can't do any MS Word like we can't type a content for a Word, right? Word document or Word. It cannot be used as a word processor. So we are just merely categorizing the application software itself into 2, general purpose and specialized software. General purpose software is a type of application that can be used for a variety of tasks. It is not limited to one particular function. Word processor softwares like MS Office. There are many functionalities which are there in MS Office, MS Word. Word processor software, MS Word I should write. So there are many things. We can have many functionalities with the MS Word, right? In PowerPoint itself, it is not only for the presentation. We have seen we can do a video also, record audio. Many things are there in this. I think I have shown that insert and all. Oh, this transfer will come in between. Insert, if you do, here we can have a screenshot and video, audio, screen recording. All these functionalities are there in PowerPoint. Likewise, we have in MS Word also, right? Many functionalities, inserting of table and insert. Here also we have such many in this ribbon. What all we have the screenshot and screen clipping. Insert not only for MS Word, there even for writing equations and symbols. For mailing, many tabs are there. Directly from here also we can, if you have Outlook configured, you can type it and then start send mail also, and also mail merge. There are many things which we can do from MS Word. So it is a general purpose software, and is a type of application that can be used for a variety of tasks. Even if you don't write this category also, no problem. Depending upon the marks, you can just write. Special purpose application software is a type of software created to execute one specific task. If I take camera application, I could do only taking of photos, right? I cannot do any other activity in that. And even a chess game, if I take, I'll be able to play a chess. Only one game I can do. Only one game. That itself, there is some restriction. So the one category, or we can tell two categories of application software is specific purpose software and general purpose software. Now we will go back to the system software. System software refers to all programs which control the basic functions of a computer. One more definition I got. So this is which controls the basic functions of a computer. So without installing the system software, we will not be able to install any of the application software, right? So this will be our system software will be controlling the basic functions of a computer. So this is more important than our application software. There are 4 types of programs, which will be controlling the basic functions of a computer. As I told, this to study operating system itself, we are spending one semester. Understood? That much important basic functions are done by our operating system. Then utilities, utility softwares I was showing you. Device drivers. What is device drivers now? These days we are not installing device drivers separately, but sometimes when we are installing a printer, we will be some of you may be knowing. I'm just telling. So what are device drivers? What are device drivers? Suppose if you are installing, or we are going to, you bought a new printer, how you will be using that printer? If you just connect your USB cable of the printer to your laptop, you will not be able to directly use that computer, printer from the computer. So we have to install some device drivers. Before and all, we were installing it with a CD. We will be getting a CD for device driver of the printer to be installed first in our laptop before using it. Nowadays, what is that? We will be getting from internet itself, we can download and use, or when we plug in itself, sometimes that driver will be automatically installing. You people may not be knowing the difficulty in nowadays. When we buy a laptop, after installing operating system, in order to get an audio, we should find the correct audio speaker code, and then find the device driver and then install it. In order to use a webcam, we have to find like that. No, it will be finding the device drivers from internet, or if you miss the CD, gone case. Otherwise, we can directly install from CD. Even printers, we have to directly find, if you are not having a CD, then you have to install it from internet. Now that option is there to search internet, and they are providing in their website the correct device drivers. So if you are installing this device drivers, only we'll be able to use other hardwares which are plugged into our system. So what is the functionality of a device driver? A device driver, when it is installed, then only that part of hardware will be understanding the instructions which are sent from the computer. So when I'm just giving a print screen, or if I'm giving a command for, or when I'm clicking on scan, what should be happening? That information will be translated by the device drivers, and it will be communicated to that device. Printer will understand the instructions only if a device driver is communicating into it, right? So it is a different hardware which is we are plugging in. So those things are coming under, or these are also coming under the system software. And I told language translators. Language translators are those which we are used for changing from our high level language to our machine level language. So all these are the 4 types of system software. It refers to all those programs which controls the basic functions of a computer. So system software is an interface between, as I told, first, if you consider the laptop hardware, all your processor, RAM and all which you consider or configuration, no, all these are coming under our hardware. On top of that, we are installing the system software, and on top of that, we are installing the application software. So where is our system software now? System software is acting as a middleman, or it is between the hardware and the application software. So it is a interface. intermediator who is standing between the hardware and application. So application software, if it wants to communicate with the hardware, it will do with the system software. Types of system software. Here I have given, as I already explained, system software, 4 types are there: operating system, utility programs, device drivers, and language translators. Operating system itself, if you explain, as I told, it is a core software. Without that, we will not be able to install anything, right? So it is a core software that allows a user to interact with the hardware. Without installing Windows operating system, we cannot interact with the hardware of the computer. So the operating system provides services that include, as I told, in a 3rd semester, you will be learning, your seniors are studying now, process management, disk management, virtual memory, file management, security, all those, when you are locking your laptop, security features are there, right? And even fault tolerance, and even user interface. You will be having restore points and all, those, and even user interface. How good the user interface is depends upon the operating system what we install in our laptop. Some Apple iOS and all you might have seen. Android, in your phone, what user interface. User interface means the way that interface what we see